We're trying to beat our January subscriber number here at the Alabama Football Report by Chat Sports. January, we had 313 new subscribers here on the channel. We're sitting here right now on February 9th, we have 82. So a pretty good start for the month of February, but do not miss out on any Alabama football news or rumors out there. Make sure you guys do not miss out. Hit that sub button for me right now. All right, first up on today's show, we're going to be talking the big game here. I don't know with our sponsor today if I'm actually allowed to say what game actually is going to be playing here today, but you guys know exactly what game I'm talking about. It's the one that everybody waits for, for the first week here in February. And Alabama now has 6 former players on the Eagles roster ahead of this game. You've got Jalen Hurts, of course, the quarterback there for the Philadelphia Eagles, and then the former Heisman winner, DeVonta Smith, Landon Dickerson as well along the offensive line, and then Tyler Steen, Eli Ricks, and Byron Young are also on, the Eagles roster here. Tyler Steen's kind of played sporadically. I believe he played in the conference championship game there for Philadelphia, and then Eli Ricks really bringing it home with some quality special teams play there for the Eagles. Byron Young, pretty sure he's been out for a lot throughout this season. They picked him up on waivers during the season here. But, man, really throughout the season, Jalen Hurts has really played phenomenal for the Eagles. Last year kind of had up and down kind of a season, but really from the beginning of this year has really played a whole lot better, and it does help that he's got Saquon Barkley there along the on the offensive side of the ball, offensive player of the year in the NFL. But really, man, for Jalen Hurts, really the story of turnovers for him this year was really one of the big key factors for him. Really was able to cut down on those this year and really just get the ball in the playmakers' hands. And you know what? At the end of the day, the Eagles, they have just been a better team for it. DeVonta Smith as well has had another phenomenal season for the Philadelphia Eagles, over 800 yards on 68 catches this year. Like I said earlier, man, former Heisman winner for the Crimson Tide here. He's had a phenomenal season, and I really just hope the boys are able to bring this one home. I'm not necessarily, a super anti Chiefs fan out there, because at the end of the day, I just really do appreciate greatness. But with the amount of Alabama players on this Eagles roster, I really do hope the Eagles come away with the win. So this is a, topic that a lot of people have difference of opinions on here. I know, especially here in the Chat Sports offices, I'm not really allowed to get away with saying Jalen Milroe, being allowed to claim him here with Alabama. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section. Type Y for yes or N for no. I absolutely think it's a Y. Alabama fans should be allowed to claim Jalen Milroe as one of their own. He says, Alabama fans are allowed to. Hell, I was even at Jalen Milroe's graduation when he graduated from Alabama. So I definitely think we're allowed to claim Jalen Milroe. But Jalen Hurts, excuse me. Man, you're getting the wrong Jalen in here. Jalen Hurts, anyways. Let me know what you guys think at the pinned comment of today's video. Next up, we're talking about homecoming here. November 15th, Alabama has set their date for homecoming this year. Going to be playing Oklahoma for that game. And you know what? Hopefully we can just get our get-back game in that game after a very, very embarrassing loss, 24-3 against Oklahoma. That game was on the road, but I really do hope, with Ryan Grubb, this new offensive staff, the way it's going to look, I guess the staff isn't, totally new. Really, just Ryan Grubb on the offensive side of the ball for Alabama's coaching staff. But you also have a, quarterback battle that's going to be going on this season. Really hope Alabama can really, just take that next step in terms of this offense and how they can, just really take some shots downfield and really open up the offense. But it was announced today by Alabama on their Twitter account. Alabama will be playing Oklahoma on November 15th. Today's show is presented by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. Super easy to play. You just pick more or less on at least two players for a shot to win up to $1,000. 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. The big game is officially here, and it is now or never. Don't miss out on the last football game of the season with Prize Picks. It is the best place to win cash while watching the big game. Prize Picks is also giving away a free pick for the big game, which one of the starting quarterbacks will only need to throw 1 yard to win. If you're correct on at least one other stat projection, you can win real cash. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in over 30 different states, including California, Texas, Georgia, and Florida. This is our Prize Picks slate for the big game today. We got Patrick Mahomes. That is the freebie. If you guys are playing Prize Picks, you have to put that freebie in your slate. There's absolutely no reason why you should not put that freebie in there. We also went with the Saquon Barkley more than yards on the ground. Also, Xavier Worthy more yards on the ground there at 5.5 rushing yards. Think maybe Andy Reid's going to get a little bit creative here. Maybe get a reverse or a sweep or something like that for Xavier Worthy. Prize Picks also invented the flex play, which means you can still win cash, or you can still cash out on your lineup, even if it isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks does not hit. So download the app today and use promo code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. One more time for you guys. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use promo code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to get the $50 bonus. It is just guaranteed. That link's in the comments section and the description of today's show. It's Prize Picks. Run your game. Last, before we get out of here, we're going to talk a little bit about recruiting here. Kaiden Prothro has officially, made a visit scheduled here now to Alabama coming up in just a couple of months. Prothro, one of the best tight ends in that 2026 recruiting class. He is a 5-star as of right now, anyways, in the 247 Sports rankings. And he's also the number 2 tight end, the number 2 player out of the state of Georgia. He's 6'6", 210 pounds. So in my opinion, I wonder if Kalen DeBoer and the staff really would like to bring him in kind of as a Caleb Odom-esque type player. You know, Caleb Odom came in as one of the top tight ends in the country. They ended up moving him to wide receiver. So I would not doubt if that is kind of the idea and kind of the plan for Kaiden Prothro, because you also look at a guy, like Derek Meadows, just about the same size. So, it would not surprise me at all if that was going to be the plan here for Kaiden Prothro if he ends up coming to Alabama. This is what Charles Powers of On3, one of their lead recruiting analysts, said about Kaiden Prothro. He said Kaiden Prothro looked like a clear top tight end prospect in attendance at the Under Armour games there. 6'6", 210 pounder, was also one of the top 2026 pass catchers on hand, along with Tristan Keys. While Prothro was quiet during Thursday's game, he had 2 great days of practice, earning On3's MVP honors for day 2. He showed the athleticism and skill of a wide receiver while having the frame of a future tight end. Now, he also talked about he had a very nice one-on-one win against Oregon signee Naheem Offord as well. So if you're going up against some of those guys that are in a class above you, Naheem Offord obviously in that 2025 recruiting cycle, and you're getting good wins against players like that, it's a very, very promising sign for what he's able to do here in the future. So let me know here in the comments section, where do you guys think Kaiden Prothro will play his college football? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section of today's video. We're going to talk about some of his top teams here in just a second. Some of the top 5 teams here for Kaiden Prothro. You got Georgia, Alabama, Auburn, Florida, and Texas. He also has official visits set up to those schools as well. He'll be visiting Alabama on June 6th. So right there, middle of the summertime, during, some of those official visiting periods there, Alabama get kind of right there in the middle of the pack. So they're going to have to do a very good job while he is on campus, because you still have at least 2 other visits after you. As of filming right now, he does not have a visit set up to Texas yet, but Look, obviously he's wanting to stay in the SEC country right there, out of the state of Georgia. Alabama's definitely got some work to do if they want to get Kaiden Prothro in their 2026 recruiting class. And like I said, this is one of the best players in the 2026 recruiting class, 5-star. Had, over 1,200 yards this year. Big playability, over 20 yards per catch there, 22 touchdowns. Alabama definitely wants to make this guy a priority in their 2026 recruiting cycle.